The evening had all the makings of a legendary NFL off-season gathering. The skyline of Nashville sparkled outside the floor-to-ceiling windows of the exclusive Vanderbilt University conference space, but inside, the real electricity was generated by 75 of the NFL's elite tight ends, coaches, and a handful of celebrities. They had all gathered for Tight End University, a now iconic annual event that blended serious football talk with the kind of camaraderie that reminded everyone why this position group feels more like a brotherhood than a job. Yet, even in a room packed with gridiron greats, all eyes couldn't help but drift toward one particularly striking couple. Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs superstar tight end, was there. So was Taylor Swift, whose presence in the girls' corner, with other NFL wives and girlfriends, seemed both surreal and perfectly fitting. While the conversation around them buzzed with play diagrams and off-season plans, few could deny the undercurrent of curiosity pulsing through the room. What's it really like when two worlds as different as pro football and global pop stardom collide? But no one, absolutely no one, was prepared for the mayhem that would erupt when Greg Olsen, with his mischievous broadcaster's grin, decided to ask the single question on everyone's mind. It's easy to imagine the scene. Travis Kelce, at the center of a small knot of fellow tight ends, animatedly explaining the finer points of blocking leverage. George Kittle, ever the prankster, is nearby, phone at the ready for any viral-worthy moment. The air is filled with a heady mix of expensive cologne, laughter, and the aroma of chef-catered barbecue. Across the room, Taylor Swift is radiant in a casual yet effortlessly elegant outfit, deep in conversation with the likes of Kelce and other NFL partners. She's relaxed, her laughter ringing out as she recounts a humorous tour mishap. For someone accustomed to stadiums filled with screaming fans, this feels different, intimate, familial, real. The scene is one of anticipation and ease, until Greg Olsen senses an opportunity for some unforgettable mischief. Greg Olsen had been watching Travis and Taylor all evening, quietly marveling at how naturally they fit together despite the stark differences in their public personas. Inspiration struck, and with the practiced timing of a veteran broadcaster, he strode toward Travis, voice booming just loud enough to draw every ear within a 20-foot radius. "Hey Trav, I've got to ask you something that everyone here is thinking about," Greg announced, pausing dramatically. Conversations ceased. Plates of brisket hovered halfway to mouths. Even the waitstaff paused, sensing that something memorable was about to unfold. Travis, ever the competitor, squared his shoulders and grinned. "What's up, Greg? You know I'm always ready for whatever you've got." The room seemed to lean forward as Greg, eyes twinkling, fired off the question. "So when are you going to marry Swift? Because honestly, we're all here for it. Should we start planning tuxedo fittings for the wedding of the century?" What happened next was pure, unscripted gold. In an instant, the room erupted. Laughter ricocheted off the walls. Whoops and applause drowned out any attempt at a composed reply. Travis's face cycled through shock, embarrassment, and then sheer delight as he realized he'd just been set up by his own co-founder in front of a who's who of NFL royalty. He doubled over in laughter, hands covering his face, before straightening up, grabbing Greg Olsen in a bear hug, and lifting him off the ground like a sack of potatoes. "You absolute maniac. You really just did that in front of everyone," Travis shouted, still laughing so hard that tears threatened to spill over. Phones came out. George Kittle filmed every second, quickly realizing he was capturing a social media moment that would be dissected and memed for days. Within minutes, the hashtag Kelce Swift Wedding was trending among the Tight End U attendees group chats, ready to spill out onto the internet. While all this unfolded, Taylor Swift had been blissfully unaware, at least at first. The sudden spike in noise drew her attention, and as she turned to see what the commotion was about, her reaction was as genuine as it was endearing. She covered her mouth, eyes wide, then shook her head and laughed, her embarrassment quickly giving way to amusement. Instead of retreating or rolling her eyes, she joined the fray, playfully swatting at Travis's arm and saying something that sent the entire group into another round of uproarious laughter. Though her exact words were lost to the chaos, the message was clear. Taylor was not just a bystander in Travis's world. She was a part of it, comfortable enough to laugh at herself and embrace the madness. Greg Olsen, sensing he was on a roll, turned to Taylor. "Taylor, I hope you know this whole room is ready to be groomsmen. We've already started planning the bachelor party, so you might want to give this guy an answer soon before we all get too invested in our wedding planning." The laughter that followed was almost deafening, echoing through the venue and out into the warm Nashville night. What made this moment so special wasn't just the celebrity factor, it was the authenticity. There was no rehearsed awkwardness, no stilted responses, just genuine people caught off guard, responding with warmth and humor. For Travis and Taylor, it was a public acknowledgement that their relationship had moved beyond tabloid fodder and into the realm of real, lived experience shared with new friends and old teammates. As the laughter subsided, Travis regained his composure and shot back at Greg. "Greg, when that day comes, you'll be the first to know. But right now, I'm just trying to survive this training camp without you embarrassing me any more than you already have." Another round of applause. Another volley of jokes. And for the rest of the evening, a steady stream of tight ends approached Travis with mock offers to officiate, DJ, or serve as best man at the hypothetical wedding of the decade. For fans, the story quickly became legend. Social media erupted with speculation, memes, and tongue-in-cheek predictions about the potential nuptials. But beneath the jokes was a deeper truth. This was a rare, unscripted glimpse into the lives of two people navigating love at the intersection of fame, family, and football. Taylor, for her part, handled the continued attention with her trademark grace, even gamely joining in on wedding planning jokes and gently poking fun at Travis's inability to keep a straight face. She seemed completely at ease, a testament to the confidence and security that have made her relationship with Travis so compelling to fans. The staff at the venue later said they'd never hosted an event with such sustained joy and laughter. It felt less like a professional summit and more like a family reunion, one where every attendee, from rookies to Hall of Famers, felt welcomed and included. In the end, Greg Olsen's impulsive question did more than spark laughter. It encapsulated everything that makes Tight End University unique. It's not just about football. It's about friendship, vulnerability, and the shared experiences that forge unbreakable bonds. For Travis and Taylor, the night became a highlight reel moment in a relationship already defined by boundary crossing and mutual respect. For everyone else in attendance, it was a reminder that sometimes the best stories are the ones you never see coming. As the evening wound down and the stars twinkled over Nashville, one thing was certain. The question heard round the room would be retold for years to come, not just as a punchline, but as a celebration of love, laughter, and the unexpected magic that happens when worlds collide. And somewhere, even now, you can bet a group of NFL tight ends is secretly planning their tuxedo fittings, just in case.